Okay, so the FIFA Club World Cup is now entering into its final stages, but the big question is, and for me personally has been, does anyone really care? Now, the reason why I say that is because pictures like this have surfaced throughout the tournament, and as we can see, there's a severe lack of attendance. Here's another example. And this one is probably my favourite because of the wide shot of it, and as you can see, this one is very, very telling. Yeah, there's some fans kind of here and some up there, but majority of the stadium is empty, which signifies a severe lack of interest. Now, why is that exactly? Well, I think one of the biggest reasons is the timing of the tournament. Now, this time of the year is very synonymous with fans of not no competitive football, no major game time at all. This is usually when players go on holiday, and what they've tried to do with this tournament, because this tournament has been going on for years now, but it's never really had any real notoriety to it. It's never had any real, real desire to win. If you win it, okay, hunky dory. It's a trophy and it's an extra trophy in a club's cabinet. But no one really has ever, at least from my point of view, and maybe from most fans, have looked at it thinking, yes, the FIFA Club World Cup, we have to win it because of the time of the year. It's not really synonymous with competitive football. All the major playing time is done, players are away on holiday, and with this tournament, what they've tried to do, they've tried to push it so much, I feel, that they're really trying to give it the same sort of, I guess for the lack of a better word, aura as like a Champions League tournament, like group stages, knockout phases, final, but it just doesn't have that, doesn't feel the same. And another point I want to get to as well is this year has been this has been brought up numerous times by numerous different people within the sport, and that's there's just been a very large volume of games, and it's an oversaturation of games, and I think the Club World Cup, especially this one, because of how much they've tried to publicize it, it feels that way, and what that leads to potentially is injuries. When you play too much, you expose your body more and more to it. Now, the reason why it's really bad is because it could have a ripple effect on the upcoming season depending what the injury is, and you never want that because again, when players get injured, and especially if it's players of elite quality, then the overall quality in the league drops. And one of the biggest ones we can point to is Rodri. Rodri getting injured this year had a huge effect on City, because had Rodri not got injured, there's a very good chance that City would have been in the title fight, and would have had probably would have been closer to Liverpool. I can't say that they would have won, but they would have been more competitive. So it's a very interesting place this tournament's in, because I don't think there's much they can really do to change it because of the timing of the year. There's no way I see them fitting it in the schedule that runs from what August September time all the way to May. It wouldn't fit because there's too many tournaments playing. Like in the English league, they have not just a league; they have like 3, 4 other domestic cups that they play, and then obviously you factor in Champions League football. It's far too many, and then you would really, I think, run into problems potentially with health. But let me know what you think. If you think that this tournament this year just feels like you have this feeling like I do that you just don't care, or if you actually care, let me know. I mean, I think it's a very interesting point. Now, I think for the smaller teams, I should note, it's good for them, but when you've got a format like this where when most of the following is with the big teams, I just don't think many people care.